Hi guys, welcome to the Man United Agenda. I'm joined by Mr. B and Andy again, and we're going to talk about a single player who's come in and made a world of difference. His name's Martinez. Here we go. Guys, this show's going to be about puns, about being short, I imagine. So we're doing a mini show on a mini player who's got a big heart and a big bark as well. And that's Martinez. He came from Ajax this season and really transformed us. Mr. B, no short jokes for you, but yeah. Anything to say about this before we go in, Martinez?
Look, Lissandro Martinez is now a World Cup winner. He won that playing for our club. We paid £57 million for him. At the time, we thought it was expensive. Going down the line, it might work out to be a snip. Ajax made £50 million profit on him. We're not complaining. He's played 30 games so far. He's been, I would say, at least half of those games, he's been in contention to be man of the match. Now, quotes from Carragher, who seems to know quite a bit about nothing. Now, we should never judge a manager or a player too early, but I'm convinced this can't work because of his size and him playing in a back four.
Over to you, Carragher.
Well, what I've seen like is I don't think he's built for the Premier League. He's only 5'3". I don't see him fitting into a back four in the Premier League. He is not Premier League proven. Because I am Jamie Carragher, the face of Monday Night Football. And I don't see how because I've been a defender in my time. I've been brilliant over my time. Never won a Premier League like though. I won a Champions League here and there, maybe like a League Cup or FA Cup, thanks to Stevie G. But Martinez will never be a star at Manchester United because he's too small. Over to you, Armando. I have been proven wrong.
I can't touch that. Guys, I want to know what separates this guy from the rest. We could look at physical attributes. We could look at mentals as well. I think we have to discuss both when we talk about Martinez, don't we? So is he the biggest? No. But what's he got that makes him so impactful in the Premier League? Not many players come to the Prem and sort of can adapt so easily. I mean, we had a bit of a scare early on against Brentford, who pumped high balls to test him. It was like an introduction to the Prem. They hit you, Luke Shaw and Malacia or whoever was left back with Martinez. And people say he struggled and he got dragged off at half time, for example. But since then, as Mr. B said, you can't fault him. So can we go through what he's got that makes him such a great player for us? Attributes.
I'll take this from here. I would say he's got leadership qualities.
Right.
He takes it from the heart. He leads people. He's a warrior. He's got the strength and the courage of a lion. He actually, he'll clatter people and he'll take a yellow card and he'll get, for say, Arsenal away. He got a really bad head injury and he equalised as well. He threw his body on the line to equalise. All right, we lost the game, but the celebration with the fans, if you go back to Casemiro, we're equalising at Chelsea as well. Everybody, the fans, he grabbed the fan, eyeballed him, each other, like, yeah, come on. That's it. I don't know who you are, brother, but we are in this together. And he said that on his Instagram. That's what he tweeted, and that's what he put on Insta after that result. So he's absolutely a colossus at the back four, like Casemiro is. And like you say, last season we didn't have none of that in season. We had none of it. They all like that Latino fire. Even like you say, it comes from Brazil. It's infectious. Goes to Argentina as well. We've got a World Cup winner now. And like you say, this is what it is. He is a leader. And like I say, a snippet, 57 million quid. It's Arsenal's loss, our game. Because who knows what we can do this season with Martinez in that back four. You never know. And a future captain at that as well.
Mr. B, I mean, did you see that coming? And he's talking there about a lot of mental leadership characteristics. about his character and what makes him so great. What about his distribution, his left foot? Because something's been people mention him as a wand. He's sort of like a quarterback, isn't he?
Yeah, his passing range. If you look, I'm sure he takes the most passes. He plays the most passes per game. If you look, he's hitting at least 80 passes, but it's the vision of the passes. We talk about the runs that Bruno makes. That is something that obviously Ten Hag knew about before he came to the club, and he does it effortlessly. You know, it's the short pass, no problem. The long pass, no problem. The medium range pass, no problem. So we've now got a defender who to a certain extent plays a lot of progressive passes. So hands up to Ten Hag again. Martinez, number one for me at the moment.
I mean, when we're building out from the back, we get a lot of possession these days, aren't we? So he does seem to be the man. Whether he's in a partnership with Varane, who Varane doesn't really ping the ball, hasn't really got that range of passing, but he most certainly, once he's got it in his feet, he's looking up, like you said, for short, long, people spinning off in behind. He can ping the ball cross field. He's got it all in his locker. I mean, what about his duels, Andy? What have you seen him in when you go to Old Trafford one-on-one in duels, one-on-one duels, whether it's pace, physical duel, touch tight?
Yeah, I've seen him taking on, like you say, was it on Saturday at Palace, at Hunter Park, that last 15 minutes, it was backs against the wall, and basically it was this, that, and the other. And what scored it, him and Varane, like screaming to the crowd, come on, come, like we're 12th man. And you never got that last season from any of them play. Like another day. That's like shit. But this season it's about what? It's like Warriors. It's like Martins. It's the 300 against the $250,000 forces. It's Spartan-esque. It's fight. It's warrior mentality. What we want. You know what I mean? He's just stuffing it. I put a ball in this, that, and the other. It's the other players now.
Yeah. Andy,
what I should have been doing.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it is. It's warriorship mentality, fighting for everything.
Yeah, most certainly. I think that's a combination of two things. They're great defending, good on the ball as well, can bring the ball out, cultured left foot, the character as well to fight. As I'm sure he was in that brawl the other day against Palace as well. It didn't take him long to get close up and help his teammates out. It's brilliant. I mean, who can we compare him to anyone in the past? If you were to build the perfect centre back that we've had over the last Premiership years, for attributes, who would you have for pace? Would Martinez fit in there for pace, or would that be Rio?
I think Rio was quicker than, to be fair. I think Rio was.
Martinez. Yeah, I would put Martinez. Yeah, I would put Martinez in the Steve Bruce mold, Vidic mold.
Okay. Would you?
Yeah, Steve Bruce,
more Vidic. Yeah, the brave with the headers, as in the Steve Bruce and the Vidic mold. You know what? I wouldn't have brought. To be fair, Steve Bruce wouldn't have been one who I would have compared him to, but now you're thinking about it, the headering and the bravery.
Oh, Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
you know what I mean? Yeah. He's the type of player, Martinez could do that in a game and win us a game. Something, you know, like, oh, God, just throw it. Just throw the kitchen sink. We've got to get something. And he could, you know, that sort of like, you know, Stevie Bruce moment, wins you a game, wins you even something bigger, sends you on the way to something. So he's good. It's good, and it's I say Vidic, Steve Bruce, Rio Ferdinand mold. It's like a Patrice Evra. It's sort of a mix of a generation of players into one.
It's amazing, isn't it? I think when you look at him, his stature as well, he looks like a giant to me now, even though he's 5 foot, whatever he is, 7 or 8. He just looks like a giant of a player. And every time we seem like we're in trouble, he just so cool. He just plays himself out and just starts again. And yeah, delighted to have this guy. It's all about Martinez today. We're going to wrap up on that. So is it just my final question? Because Andy, you go to the games. Now, what are the fans? Are the fans on side with Martinez, or they still need convincing?
My dear Armando, that is a very, very silly question. Very silly question. I myself have purchased an Argentinian football shirt. Although it has Messi on the back, it is Argentina. And I swore I would never wear an Argentina shirt after 86. But like you say, this is new. This is us. And I would say Argentina. And it says it all when you got a big Argentinian flag with a butcher's knife dripping with blood. He carves them up and chops them away and throws them away, all to fight another day.
If you're talking like by the end of the season, well, we're midway through the season now, who would be like your player of the year? Would he be a contender so far? Because Mr. B was saying he doesn't.
Him and Casemiro, they're joint. Dare I say, fans player of the year. But like you say, I would say they're joint contenders for player of the year, Martinez and Casemiro, without a doubt. Young player of the year, maybe myself, you know what I mean, from final. We'll have to wait on that. But yeah, Martinez, Casemiro, really strong contenders for United player of the year, definitely.
One thing I will say, it's infectious, isn't it, throughout the club with the fans and with the fellow players as well. That influence that he has just from having a warrior mentality that Andy was talking about is taking us a long way. So yeah, we're here now. We're sort of February the 6th. Obviously, we talked about 1958 today, but let's see how we are with this show in May and see what Martinez does for the rest of the season. But from us, from Andy, from Mr. B and myself, I'm Monday Juma. Thanks for tuning in. We're signing out. Bye-bye.